Okay, hi. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it's gonna be good. Um, as a lot of people know, I'm sure, Disney has just dropped The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. They've just dropped Narnia, and they're not gonna do the third movie. Why, you ask? Well, they're saying it's because Prince Caspian didn't make enough money, and because the Golden Compass also didn't make enough money. They think that the genre is done, that nobody wants to watch it anymore. Why is the real reason they didn't make enough money on Prince Caspian? 'Cause it sucked. I mean, it was awful. It was just beyond awful, and I'm gonna tell you why. There are just so many reasons. I mean, it hurts. It does. It hurts me because it could have been fantastic. And I saw potential there. I was just watching it last night and I saw potential. It could have been so good, and it wasn't. First order of business. The castle scene. The castle scene. Okay, it was awful. First of all, it was just not necessary. Why would we need that extra scene in there? They could, to make the movie longer, I don't know, it was already pretty long, and they could have done so many other things with the time. And instead, what did they do? A siege on the castle. Oh. Yeah, this will tie in later, but what is with Peter taking precedence over Caspian? What is with him demanding to have his own way? That's not Peter. That's not the Peter I know. He's just annoying. I didn't like him at all. It was the whole scene was just drama for the sake of drama, and Caspian going in and screaming at Miraz, like, with a Spanish accent. I expected him to say, you killed my father, prepare to die at any moment. I was just laughing the entire time because it was so bad. Excuse me. Second thing. This one hurts. This one was painful. The kiss. Why is that there? Why? I don't understand why that was necessary. It makes it feel like they're trying to force an older audience onto the Chronicles. I mean, Narnia is essentially written for, 8 to 12-year-olds, and they don't care about romance. They're not interested in Susan kissing Caspian. It was just... Okay, first of all, Caspian is supposed to be a lot younger. He's supposed to be about 15, not about 20. Because if he was 20, he would sort of figure out that he is supposed to be king, and he's old enough to take the throne, without having his uncle have to have a baby, for him to figure it out. And, okay, there should not be any shippiness in Narnia. There doesn't need to be any shippiness in Narnia. In the books, there's a teeny tiny bit. I mean, in The Horse and His Boy, there's just a little bit where at the very end they say, and Aravis and Cor fought so much that when they grew up they decided to get married so they could fight better. That's it. That's the only thing. Oh, and Susan goes to Calormen to consider marrying Prince Rabidash and then decides that he's an idiot, of course, because, the Tarkans are not very nice. Yeah, I don't understand why that was needed at all. It was just pointless. It was just like they thought they had to add some sort of romantic tension. I don't know. Okay. Third thing, which I talked about a little bit before. Peter. I love Peter in the books. Seriously, he was my favorite character. He was always the one I identified with, myself being the oldest in the family as well and trying to take care of my younger siblings. I understand how Peter feels. He's supposed to be Peter the Magnificent. I mean, you don't get that name for just nothing. He was so amazing. He was, King Arthur. And what do they make him in the movies? Peter the Petulant Child. He acts like a kid with an attitude problem. I mean, a fist fight over somebody bumping him? That's not Peter. At first I thought, okay, a fight. Somebody was trying to beat up a little kid and he stepped in because he is Peter the Magnificent. Oh no. He started a fist fight for nothing. I can't look up to him. I can't respect him. I'm supposed to respect him. He's, Peter the Magnificent, who won all these battles with the giants, and fought magnificent tournaments on the Lone Islands, and the High King who is above all the kings and queens in Narnia, and he's just a jerk. Now, granted, in the books he is a little bit off. I mean, he doesn't see Aslan right away, of course, because he doesn't see Aslan right away, and he does try to lead them the wrong way, but he does try to lead them to the best of his ability, and the best of his ability is follow the rush till you get to Aslan's howl, when, of course, everything's changed, and, Lucy sees Aslan telling them the right way, and they don't go. Item number 4. Trumpkin. Trumpkin, dear Trumpkin, is supposed to be so sweet, and he is supposed to be the stubborn unbeliever that eventually comes to the truth. Trumpkin, the stubborn but wise, turned into Trumpkin the surly, Trumpkin with no personality and just nothing. There's no emotion there. There's nothing except a couple of wisecracks once in a while. Is he supposed to be comic relief? Is that what he's supposed to be? And I so missed his little expletives, his little whistles and whirligigs, or soup and celery. I love those. They're hilarious. They give him personality. He's supposed to be strongly contrasted with the other dwarf, Nickabrick, because both of them don't believe in Aslan or the 4 ancient kings, and yet Nickabrick says, I'm having nothing to do with this, and Trumpkin says, I've given you saying to Caspian, you're my king, I've given you my advice, now I'll take your orders. And even though he doesn't believe it, he goes to the ruins of Cair Paravel to see if the 4 ancient sovereigns are there. He has no personality in the movie. He's nothing. He's just... That's not the kind of character I would trust Cair Paravel to when I went off sailing, like Caspian does in Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Okay, I think my time's up. I'll be back with another video in